Oh, we are so excited to announce, as part of our existing relationship with AISES, a brand new foundational sponsorship of their RISE Fund, which is all about getting Indigenous students into the gaming industry, pursuing STEM education and career paths. And our goal is to diversify the gaming industry even further, but to open up those education and career pathways for Native American students. Yeah, so our corporate social responsibility program is brand new and it's expanding. One of our focus areas is on Native American relations or Indigenous people relations. We understand that a big part of our gaming industry is in partnership with the Native American community, and we want to give back to that community that are our core partners and inspire change. So our hope is that with this $500,000 donation that we can enact change, positive change in the Native American community. Yeah, STEM is the core and center of everything that we do here at Aristocrat Gaming. You can see behind me these machines are built on core engineering mathematical equations. So not only in the hardware, but the software as well. And we are investing in innovation. We are investing in our future, and we hope that this new generation will take our industry even further than we have been before. I think it's just a deepening, expansive relationship. It's one that we've had with AISES for over 6 years now. So this is an opportunity for us to further our investment, further our partnership. We will continue to give scholarship education initiatives to the program. We'll continue to sponsor the conferences, but this RISE Fund is specifically for STEM education and career pathways in the gaming industry. So our hope is all of this behind you one day will be created by Native American and Indigenous students. Our hope is that all of this one day behind me will be driven by the Native American community, and that they will power this next phase of innovation through the investments that we've made in the partnership with RISE.
So today we announced our $500,000 contribution to the AISES Fund, and that'll span over 3 years. It'll fund scholarships and provide a pathway for Indigenous students to pursue a higher education and also work in the gaming industry. So what's different about this fund, historically we've given money for scholarships and provide 2 internships a year. This will provide a larger amount of money each year for scholarships. It'll provide more students the opportunity to get an education in the STEM area, and also to get internships in the gaming industry, and hopefully eventually work in the gaming industry. Specifically to enact change in the gaming industry and to drive innovation and provide for the future of gaming. Well, as you can tell by the machines behind me, and all the server-based gaming, the systems, everything we do is based on technology and science. So we spend a huge part of our budget every year for development and technology. So technology really drives this industry forward. In fact, Class 2 gaming, which is what I specialized in for 30 years, has really taken huge leaps forward because of technology. We've gone from paper bingo to machines like you see behind me where you play bingo. So technology is a huge driver in innovation in the future of gaming, and specifically tribal gaming. Well, Native American gaming is a huge part of our overall business. VGT, who Aristocrat purchased in 2014, that I still run, our whole focus was Native American gaming. Mostly in Oklahoma is all focused on Class 2 gaming. And Class 2 gaming is regulated by the tribes. The tribes oversee Class 2 gaming, so they're the primary regulator. So Class 2 gaming is a huge driver of revenue and the future for tribes. And so that's why it's important that this piece of the business for Aristocrat is a huge piece of the business while we continue to invest in the tribal communities. And also our CEO and our board have visited Oklahoma numerous times. They've always come away pretty amazed at what a good model it is, and how well the tribes not only take care of their own communities, but how well they take care of the communities around them. And they've all come away saying if all the gaming used this model, no one would have a problem with gaming. This is the right model for gaming. So that's why we're heavily invested in it as a company. And we consider the tribes our partners. and we want to continue and deepen that partnership and those relationships. Well, I think we can enact change, not only with the scholarships, but as we create more internships. So Native American students will have an opportunity to come to work in the real world, so to speak. And I hope the new generation will drive a lot more innovation and change in the industry, not only from a technology perspective, but in the way we interact with each other in the industry and with the public at large. Yeah, it makes me feel really good because when I started in the industry, there wasn't a lot of opportunity to go to college for a lot of kids, and now with the majority of the tribes, if you can qualify for college or a technical school, you can go, and this will just help drive that change more, where more kids will have opportunities, not just for the scholarships to go to school, but a way to apply that knowledge in internships and career development, mentorship. So this will provide a whole new avenue past just the scholarships, but anytime you can send a kid to college, it's going to make the world a better place. Oh, as a member of Cherokee Nation, I do feel very proud today.
Well, it really is a historic donation. Seeing that a gaming company at this level has stepped up to support an organization like AISES in our mission. So we haven't seen anything like this before now. So it's really exciting, really exciting. So in line with our mission, our hope with the RISE Fund is to get more Native or Indigenous students into the STEM fields, and specifically those that are interested in the casino gaming industry, which makes sense because so many of our tribal nations are engaged in gaming as a means for economic development. So it's really supporting tribal sovereignty, economic development, workforce development for our tribal nations. And to see a company like Aristocrat stepping up to support that is really being a true partner in doing this work. So the mission of AISES is to substantially increase the number of Indigenous peoples in the STEM fields. So science, technology, engineering, and math, because we know that's where the future are, that's where the jobs are. Those are the fastest growing, highest paying jobs. So if we're talking about economic equity, if you will, right? STEM fields is really where it's at, and that's really the future of our country as well. So what AISES does is we start in PK, so even preschool, going all the way through 12th grade, supporting students and teachers and parents with STEM curriculum that is indigenized, if you will, so that students see themselves in that curriculum and in those jobs and start to understand, along with parents, how important it is to consider pursuing a STEM field. And then, of course, we give the teachers the resources to teach the students and engage the students and get them on that path. Because what happens all too often is if our Indigenous students get to college, right, first of all, that's the challenge. If we can get them there, they're often underprepared to take a STEM major. They don't have all the prerequisite classes. So they end up not pursuing a STEM major because they don't have the time or the money to do that. So we really try to get them started early. And again, this RISE Fund is there to support exactly that, so that we can get more students into STEM majors to graduate with STEM degrees and then go to work in the casino gaming industry for their tribe for this particular endeavor. Yes. Absolutely. Well, there's a number of ways certainly contributing to the RISE Fund, right? So we have this first and big gift from Aristocrat to get the fund going, but our goal is to reach $250,000 a year, year over year for 5 years. So we need additional partners to come aboard and to really support this initiative so that we can get the resources to the students that need it. The other way that you can, of course, help AISES is to think about going to our website, looking at AISES, thinking about volunteering and getting involved in all that we do. We have volunteers, we have chapters, we have events, we have all kinds of things that people can get engaged and involved in. And specifically, though, if you're Indigenous and you have students that are interested in getting support, they absolutely should join AISES because it's free for students.
here, so please help me welcome to the stage Oriana and James. Thank you.
Thank you. We're so excited to be here with you today. I won't steal James' thunder, but I just wanted to say that we're thrilled to make this announcement here at AIGA, and it's part of our intentional efforts to invest in communities and inspire change as part of Aristocrat Gaming's CARES program, our CSR program. So with that, I will hand it over to my esteemed colleague here to say what we're announcing.
Thanks, Oriana, and thank you, Matt. We have a really big announcement we'd like to make today. We're pleased to announce we're going to make a $500,000 commitment to the AISES program. Yeah, I got it. And it will we'll be the lead sponsor now in the new RISE Fund, and also we'll continue to fund scholarships in the national conference. And our partnership extends over 6 years with AISES. And this donation, we hope will open pathways for Indigenous students to pursue higher education and careers in gaming. This is an intentional investment by Aristocrat Gaming to give back to the tribal communities, because we understand that talent is equally distributed, but opportunity always isn't equally distributed. It's our hope that the students take advantage of these resources, the scholarships, internships, professional and career development, to reach for the stars and meet their goals, and join us all in furthering this industry. And with that, I'd like to introduce Sarah Eckelhawk, President of AISES, and AISES student Mason Adams. Will you please come to the stage?
Mawa, hello. I'm Sarah Eckelhawk. I am the president of AISES, the American Indian Science and Engineering Society, and I'm a citizen of the Pawnee Nation of Oklahoma. And I'm so thrilled to be here today for this announcement, and I really want to thank the Oklahoma Indian Gaming Association for allowing us to have this event today, and of course to Aristocrat for stepping up and investing in AISES and in our future as Indigenous peoples. So for those who aren't familiar with AISES, what we do is we strive to get more Indigenous people into the STEM fields, science, technology, engineering, and math, understanding that they are our future. And when we look across Indian country and look at gaming, we see all these tremendous partnerships between these companies and tribes, and it occurred to us and the folks at Aristocrat that we really need to capitalize that and think about how we can give more opportunities to Indigenous peoples who want to work in these fields. And it was a perfect match. Obviously, you see from all of the technology around here that that would make sense for that to be AISES, and to really think about economic development and workforce development in Indian country and who could best partner with us to do that. And Aristocrat stepped up to do that, and for that we are very thankful. So with that, I'm going to bring up one of our students briefly, Mason Adams, who's the AISES chapter president at OSU.
Hello, my name is Mason Adams. I'm a citizen of the Choctaw Nation, a senior in computer engineering at Oklahoma State, and the president of OSU's AISES chapter. So I just wanted to talk about the massive impact that AISES has had on my professional and scholarly career. I've had many internships, and almost all of them are directly or indirectly come from AISES and my local chapter. I've had so many different experiences that I never would have had before. I've had internships in computer hardware and software. I've been to multiple states like Washington, California, and Texas that I never would have had the opportunity to go to were it not for AISES. I've made so many more friends. When I first came on OSU's chapter, I was pretty isolated, but AISES has just served as a community and a network for me to be a part of. So I'm very thankful for AISES, and it's been a huge part of my college career.
You guys coming too?
Thank you, everyone.
Yes, yes.
This is great.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yes.